So once again, you have a quiz tomorrow. It will look like this. Whew. But it will be on an actual piece of paper. So first off, is this an or an and? Is it or and? And how do I know? And. When it's one long inequality, it is an and. Notice how or is two separate inequalities. So this means I'm going to take this portion and rewrite. I flip the whole thing. 2x minus 12. It's facing this way, it stays facing that way. Notice how it's eating the 2x? It's going to stay eating the 2x. Find the balance. Add 12 to both sides. That leaves me 2x is greater than negative 3. I divide by 2. X is greater than negative 3 halves. You are allowed to have fractions. Algebra 2, we're going to do it with a lot of fractions. Then we're going to add 12, add 12. That leaves me 2x is less than or equal to, negative 5. No, positive 5. Divide by 2. X is less than or equal to 5 halves. Okay, so these are my two answers. But we need to graph. When we graph, an and is going to be the intersection. Negative 3 halves, 5 halves. Closed circle shades this way. Open circle shades this way. Remember, it's just the overlap, so it's just this portion in between that we're worried about. Now, is that it? No. Write the inequality statement. Negative 3 halves. Pointing to the negative 3 halves is less than x is less than or equal to 5 halves. I need to see that statement. When we're dealing with ands, notice how the inequalities all go the same direction? They have to. Okay? Then we get to the ors. The or, we're looking for them to go apart, be either or. Add 11. 3x is greater than or equal to 16. Divide by 3. X is greater than or equal to 16 thirds. Or add 2. Oh my gosh, Mr. H, really? Wow. Try again. So we're not going to add 2. That's an x. So why would we do that? We're going to subtract 5 from both sides. So we have to combine constants. That leaves me negative 2x is greater than 2. Divide by negative 2. That flips the inequality sign. Gives me negative 1. So now when I graph, I've got negative 1. I've got 16 thirds. Closed circle going this way. Open circle going this way. This is an answer. What questions do y'all have? Go ahead and get out your homework. 3 questions. Each question is worth 10 points. Okay, so tomorrow each question is worth 10 points. 30-point quiz. Anybody confused or have problems? Why? I must not have put you. Are we good? Yes, no, maybe? Okay. You had to do absolute value equations, and you did numbers on page
42.
42. Yeah, you did 14, 16, 18, 20, and 22. Is that correct? Mm-hmm. Okay, number 14, and I'll do any of these if you have questions. Y equals negative 9 and 3. 16, you just get C equals negative 5. 18, Z equals 4 thirds and 4. 20, we did 20 and 22. We're going to come back to those. Okay, we're going to come back to those. Any questions on 14, 16, or 18?
16.
Okay, you need to see that?
I got 0.
Okay, so what's 0? Did you divide both sides by negative 3? Bless you.
I did, but when I did that, it just... Thank you. This.
gave you 0, yeah. So 2c plus 10 equals 0. You subtract 10, divided by 2. So you have to subtract 10 to the other side. This is why I say spread it out. You added 10 to this side, but you didn't add it to the other side. Okay. Okay, so what's importante about today? Well, it's about finishing off questions like number 20 and 22. So I apologize if that confused you. Obviously, I thought that I'd get farther along than I did. So this is day 2 of absolute value equations. We will be starting absolute value inequalities. You do have a test next week on chapter 1. Okay? The module's already open. It's there. So you can take a look at it. We are, is it the 19th? Wow.
Excuse me, sorry.
Don't be. For as many times as I walk in and out of your room, water.
Somebody forgot their backpack today.
Was it me?
Was it you?
I don't know, was it?
You don't even take your backpack home.
I don't take any work home. I refuse to work at home. So, what? Why? I get it all done here.
That's good.
Okay, so normally this is my favorite day ever for the school year. I was just advised that I probably shouldn't do it today. It's National Talk Like a Pirate Day. And in years past, I would dress up. Like, it started off with just me going, every equation had an R in it. And then when I was like, okay, mateys, we're going to solve the equations for R. And that's how I would talk the entire day. But then teachers started giving me like a hook. And then I had a bird. And then one of the teachers made me like a pirate costume. And then I had a peg leg. Like, I was full dressed as like a pirate for like 4 years for this day. But I was told, you shouldn't do that because it's probably not appropriate. I'm like, oh, but I like talking like a pirate. Because, arr, what's a pirate's favorite socks? Argyle! And I'd have all these, but, okay guys, fine. I hate you guys too. I hate you guys too. I hate you guys too. Just love me. You're supposed to love me and be like, wow, Mr. H, thanks for talking like a pirate. Okay. And this is why. It's almost winter, then it's spring, and then I don't have to deal with you anymore. Okay, I got you. You and me, got you.
Yeah.
Okay, so, remember yesterday when I said, hey, this has to be isolated. Is this isolated? Yeah, it's by itself. It's just the absolute value on that side. There's no extraneous stuff on that side. So I'm going to rewrite these equations as 3y minus 9 equals 2y plus 7. And 3y minus 9 equals. But I told you it had to be the opposite. So what do I have to do to this side? What's the opposite of this side? I have to multiply the entire thing by a negative. I have to multiply the entire thing by that -1 to prove that it's the opposite. Everybody with me? Okay, so now we're going to solve both equations. Subtract 2y from both sides. That leaves me y minus 9 equals 7. Add 9, add 9. That gives me y equals 16. This is why we spend so much time on solving equations. Okay, you're going to need to solve equations, solve equations, solve equations. Where's my red marker, Mr. Gow? Found it. Because I know that for some of us, red's the color. So, find balance point. Taking the -1 and distributing. So that gives me 3y minus 9, -2y minus 7. Add 2y to both sides. That leaves me 5y minus 9 equals -7. Add 9, add 9. 5y equals 2. Divide by 5, y equals 2/5. Anybody confused to that point? Yes, no? What do I need to do now? what do we have to do?
Check it.
Check it, because there are things called extraneous solutions. So now I come back in here, 3y minus 9 equals 2y plus 7. We always go back to the original. So now I'm going to say the absolute value of 3 times 16 minus 9 equals 2 times 16 plus 7. This is checking this one. I have to substitute it back in. Help me, because I'm doing this in my head. 3 times 16 is going to be 8. Oh man, come on. 8, carry the 1, so that's 48 minus 9 equals 32 plus 7. That gives me 39, the absolute value. That gives me 39. 39 equals 39, which means y equals 16 is good. With me there. Okay? I solved the equation. I physically substituted it back in to check. Did I lose anybody? But we have to do it one more time. Right? So now I'm going to say 3 times 2 fifths minus 9 equals 2 times 2 fifths plus 7. Okay? So that gives me 6 fifths minus 9 equals 4 fifths plus 7. If you have a calculator, is that right? 4 fifths, 2 times. Did I do this correct? I hope so. Should be. Okay? If I have my calculator, this should work. So the absolute value, get your calculator, even though you should have the nice fancy ones. Do this first. 6 divided by 5 minus 9. And you get a decimal. Let's leave it as the decimal for now just to check. What's our decimal?
Negative 7.8.
Negative 7.8 equals, do 4 divided by 5 plus 7. That'd be 7.8.
Yeah.
So the absolute value is 7.8 equals 7.8, which means both of those are correct. Okay, no extraneous solution. Do I want decimals? No, I don't. But for us to check, that's fine until you guys get those TI-83s or those TI-84s. You know how I keep pushing this? Like, I'm not trying to be like, hey, go spend the money. It's going to make your lives easier, okay? Questions on these? May I erase? Lydia, are you good?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That was very final. Whoosh. Now.
I have one. I just at my grandma's house.
No, you had one and you were bringing it to school and then you said, oh, it doesn't have batteries.
No.
Yeah, no.
That's not what I said.
Yes, you said the batteries no longer work.
This is what no, I never said that.
Yes, you did. Oh my gosh. Who remembers her saying the batteries didn't work? Oh, I hate you all.
This is what I actually.
Okay. Tell me. Go ahead. Tell me. I can't. I am waiting.
You're gonna be actually happy.
I'm gonna be happy?
Yeah.
I don't think you know me.
No,
That is not a
ready?
emotion that I have. Go ahead.
I went to my grandparents' house.
Oh, how are they? Are they good? I am happy. Yay! Woo woo! I'm so happy. Oh my gosh.
And I was working on math, and I left it on her couch, and she's gonna bring it to us next time she comes up.
Oh. I'm not actually happy at all because you don't have it.
Illinois. But you should be happy I was working on my math.
No. That would be like me going into work. That'd be like me coming in every day and being like, Mr. Pfeiffer, aren't you happy that I'm here? He'd be like, no, you're expected to do that. Happy is not an emotion I have. This is a fake smile. This is how I want to be. Do you guys really think that I enjoy this? I can hold this face much longer than you. I've had 39 years practicing this.
So.
Here we go. So, first off, is my absolute value isolated? Is it completely by itself on this side? Is it? No, why not, William?
Because of the positive 9.
Because of the positive 9, so we have to subtract 9 from both sides. But Mr. H, 5b plus 9 minus 2b equals how? How do I combine a 6b and my minus 9? You don't. You don't combine them. You just write it like that. Now my absolute value is isolated. Everybody with me? So when we do this as two different things, we have 5b plus 9 minus 2b equals 6b minus 9. Then we have 5b plus 9 minus 2b equals, what do we do to this side? We have to do the opposite. So how do we do the opposite of the other side?
Minus
You-
6b.
We multiply it by the negative 1, which would end up being minus 6b, but we have to also do it to the others. So you have two equations. I'll give you 3 minutes. Go.
Oh, I just stabbed myself with my pencil.
We did sprints yesterday and actually was not good.
Actually,
You run up and down the soccer field in 35 seconds. 4 times.
did you get it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Is that fast or no?
Yeah, it's pretty. It's like that's what the girl did get. The guys had to get like 30.
Watch me get like 100.
Is this track?
Cross country.
Cross country. Track's not so sprint.
No.
Or I would be doing that. You're doing track, Lydia?
No. I don't like track.
It's fine. Be that way. Whatever.
Yeah, and I won my spring. That's when I work.
Oh, true.
But then.
To lifeguard?
Yeah. I think he's doing tennis though.
Rated?
Yeah.
Is girls tennis? Do we have that?
I don't know. We should.
And it's
get
red?
that. That'd be
Think so.
cool.
That'd be so cool. I would do it just to wear the cute skirts. Then I would quit. I'd be manager.
Oh yeah.
Why am I missing? Oh, want to do that later. Why am I missing the calculator? Okay.
Sorry.
Don't be sorry, you're fine. Here we go. So, combine like terms. That gives me 3b plus 9 equals 6b minus 9. Subtract 3b from both sides. That gives me 9 equals 3b minus 9. Add 9. That's 18 equals 3b. Divided by 3, goodness gracious, b equals 6. Questions on that one? Now would be the time. Did I make a mistake somewhere? I don't think, because I'm pretty amazing. Questions there? Then on this side, distribute. That gives me 3b plus 9, because I combined, equals negative 6b plus 9. I add 6b to both sides. That gives me 9b plus 9 equals 9. Subtract 9 from both sides. That gives me 9b equals 0. Divide by 9, b equals 0. Okay, I'm going to give you a second. Catch up. If you don't understand what just happened, you need to ask. All we've done was solve equations. And we've been solving equations for quite some time now, yeah? I mean, pretty much since the first day of school, this is what I've been drilling into your heads. We need to know how to solve equations. Okay. So now we have the problem. The problem is, we got to check them. So now I come over here, I'm going to write the original. 5b plus 9 minus 2b plus 9 equals 6b. Okay, hold on to your big boy britches because we're going to substitute in our 6. 5 multiplied by 6 plus 9 minus 2 multiplied by 6. Absolute value plus 9 equals 6 multiplied by 6. Shoo! I'm substituting in. Okay, we're simplifying. We're substituting in a number and we're doing it. 30 plus 9 minus 12 plus another 9 equals 36. 30 plus 9 is 39, minus 12 is 27. So I have the absolute value of 27 plus 9 equals 36. Well, that gives me 27 plus 9 equals 36. And to quote a very famous mouse, hot dog, hot diggity dog. That works. He is a famous mouse. I don't like your attitude right now. Just saying. Questions there? Questions? Let's try the next one. So now, 5 multiplied by 0 plus 9 minus 2 multiplied by 0 plus 9 equals 6 multiplied by 0. Okay. 0 plus 9 minus 0 plus 9 equals 0. Well, that's the absolute value of 9 plus 9 equals 0. So that gives me 18 equals 0. Does 18 equal 0? No. So, I can say b equals 6, 0 is extraneous. Even though we solved it and we got b equaling 0, it doesn't work. That's what an extraneous value does. Even though it works for the actual equation, it doesn't work when we put it into the absolute value. What questions do we have? Okay, so right now, in your book, I would like you to go to page 52. No, I don't. Where is it? There it is. 51. I would like you to do right this second numbers 28 and 29 on page 51. So on page 51, you are doing numbers 28 and 29. Do you need a book?
Yes.
Okay, where is it? I only have one book. Did somebody accidentally take a book yesterday? Because there should be 2.
William just grabbed it.
Oh, you just grabbed it. Got it. So we are doing right now, on page 51, 28 and 29. Feel free to come up and check your answers. Can we see everything? Yeah, we can see everything.